For daily ask Reddit, divorcees of Reddit, when did you know your marriage was over? When my son, 1.5 years old, comforted me while I was crying after another abusive argument. I knew then I did not want him growing up thinking that was a normal relationship. I feel you, bro. Having your rippin' child tell you you're not a bad person is seriously heart-wrenching, as well as eye-opening. When I realized that for months I had been trying to guess what mood she'd be in when I got home from work, so I could enter the house appropriately and not make her any angrier than she'd already be. I found out I was pregnant close to our 5-year wedding anniversary. When I asked what he wanted for our anniversary, he said an abortion. When I miscarried 3 weeks later, he threw a party for it. The irony of it all is that we got a divorce cause he knocked up another chick that refused to abort cause she was Catholic and needed to be married to him so the child would not be a bastard. He is miserable in another marriage and I have been happily divorced for 6 years now. When I read her texts to another dude about how much fun she had screwing him and how quickly they could marry once she was free. Got divorced 4 months later. Spoiler alert, those two lovebirds broke up when he wouldn't leave his wife. Edit. Holy cow, this got a lot of questions. Best thing I can think to add. Due to this act, I learned a lot about forgiveness and making peace when bad things happen. There is a saying that you don't forgive someone for them, you forgive them for yourself. Once I genuinely forgave her, I stopped back quote woe is me thinking and started building a fantastic life. Also, I learned about a social safety net I didn't really know I had. Learning how to ask friends for help is a good trait. I'm now happily married, have a kid with my smokin' hot new wife, and have made many efforts to be the friend for my friends that they were to me. My wife said I'm her second husband, that she knew her first marriage was over when her husband admitted he allowed their 2 children to spend several dozen overnights with his stepfather, a man who had molested her husband and his brother when they were children. He'd never told her what happened to him, and when she finally figured it out she flipped her shit. Took another 3-4 years for that marriage to stagger across the finish line. Edit. For those that remarked that my wife should have left immediately, that she's a piece of shit for not doing so, a few things. Duck off. It's very easy to play Monday morning QB and hindsight is indeed 20/20. My wife met her then husband when she was 14. They married when my wife turned 18. They had been together at that point over 26 years, married about 21 or 22. The kids were in their teen years already, and my wife went to them both and basically interrogated them to see if anything had happened. Both kids denied anything untoward had happened, and have continued to deny over the years. Nothing in their behavior seems to indicate they were molested. In fact, both are now married with children, and have extremely happy and stable marriages to partners that my wife and I adore. Her then husband pleaded with her, promised to get therapy, etc. all this stuff. Over 20 years of marital inertia is hard to overcome. When he repeatedly failed to live up to all of those promises, and some other marital stuff happened, she finally left him. The divorce took a while, etc. It's entirely normal that it would take 2 or 3 years for the I's to be dotted and the T's crossed. When she hadn't lied, multiple lies, about a $35k credit card debt at 29% interest rate. Then threw a tantrum because I said she shouldn't go on a mini vacation with her friend and our children. I wasn't allowed to go to the Baltimore Aquarium. They stayed at a $250 a night hotel. I had enough hotel points for everyone to stay at the Holiday Inn for free. Then threw a tantrum because I said we should eat at home rather than Outback Steakhouse. I offered to cook. Me and the ex just tied the knot and finished moving in together on her earlier that day, went to celebrate with friends that night. One of my buddies was going to crash with us that night, so we all took a taxi back. I was in the front, so I can translate directions to our cab driver. We were in Japan. About a block away I turn around to tell them we are almost there and they are making out and he is feeling her up. Easy decision after that.